He's the
We're
one that
live.
sleeps with Dale Gribble's wife.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen King.
Are we live?
You mean
'Cause I
Rusty
can't see the
Shackelford?
sign.
Yeah,
What are-
we are live.
No, Facebook's already pulled up, dude.
Live?
Let me control my computer, all right?
You let me do my job, and I'll do your job too.
Can I? Is this where I drop the F-bomb?
You can.
No, probably not.
I'm waiting on it to
Yes.
go live onto YouTube, but
Oh, we're not live on YouTube
well,
yet?
it says we are, but YouTube is not bringing up the live.
Private, probably, right?
No,
Do you know what you're doing?
No, I don't. This is my first time in the studio.
And he's on the podcast, or he's
He's the producer.
He's the producer.
Well, he also has a microphone.
Is
so.
there equal airtime rule since he's a candidate? Does this go into effect?
Those aren't real?
It's not real. The equal airtime rule.
No, of course not.
Oh, I had to silence myself at the radio station when
That's a policy of your radio station.
Live now, right there. That's the one you want to click on.
I got it.
It is. I didn't know
That's
that.
the one. There are two of us watching now. Probably Guffy and us.
Yep.
Nobody got a
Right,
push.
where's Farmer
notification.
Brad at? For all your pastured poultry products, visit farmerbrad.com.
Well, this isn't the one that goes out to the world.
Did you
Oh, this
post
is-
the link in?
Oh,
the,
this is top secret.
This is
This is
just
for the Patreon
our
people.
pay people.
Hey, people.
Guffy has posted in there.
And they comment. This is Facebook.
This is YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Gotcha.
This one's YouTube. Later it will be
used
Facebook.
we used to go on Facebook for this portion, but we can't.
Jeremiah's world is falling apart over here. He doesn't know what's happening.
There we are.
We used to go on Facebook for this portion, but we can't now. Mark the if you want to follow along on your phone to see the chat, it's there.
Mark,
On YouTube.
the last time that you were on the show, you said that you hated Mevos, right?
Wasn't a big fan,
Yep. Well,
but I'm starting to kind of cave on that a little bit.
I now hate them. So maybe we're
Why?
switching spots.
Really? Why do you hate them?
Because now we can only stream. Mevo, you purchase their camera for $300 some, and then you have the iPad and everything that goes along with it, and you are trapped in their system. It's very good for starting out. You know, whenever we were just getting started with the live stream, it was the biggest step up from an iPhone.
Huge
Right.
step up from the iPhone.
Mhm.
But now we can't live stream using like an OBS, the open broadcast system. We can't do any of that to put graphics on, to add subtitles. We are trapped
you live
in
in their
Mevo's
platform.
bubble.
Oh, so they hook you.
Yeah.
Too good to be
and-
true.
It's like
And-
Apple. You're
Yeah.
on the Apple. You're in the Apple world.
And
You're
whenever
stuck.
they update their software and they change things, there's nothing you can do to change anything.
you're just in.
So they allowed us to stream to groups for a while on Facebook, and they took that power away from us. And that was, as we were talking earlier about straws and camels. That was
So you can't
that was the
stream to
one.
Facebook now?
We can stream to Facebook, but only
Oh.
pages. You can't stream
our
into
page
groups.
can stream, but I don't know if
Oh.
our page can stream into our private group.
I see.
So, and actually, they could probably break the rules and just jump on the YouTube page. This really isn't as private as it should be.
No, this
over here.
is only if you have. You can
You have
only
to have
view
the
this
link?
if you have the link.
Chris Bilberry's in here. He's got the link.
That's right.
He's
He
commenting.
sure does.
All right, so this is the Boss Hog Delivery Podcast, 7 o'clock or so. We are getting ready for episode number 107. This is the special you guys only edition, Patreon, the bill payers. There's
bill
one,
payers.
There's one less of you this week. That's a shame. If there's a name that drops off the list, you guys will notice the pettiness. And Dakota politely removed that individual when they did drop off. And
Oh, you know,
basically, I think
such is life. Such things are sometimes and oftentimes
I
necessary.
I think we have to blame not Gay Chase and his Budweiser addiction.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
addicted
And
to Budweiser?
It's powered by
He
green
Chase
energy.
likes Budweiser because it's powered by wind.
And
We have been told that we are very disrespectful to citizens of Henry County because Chase in particular makes jokes about wind energy.
I remember him doing that last
Yes.
And he doesn't like old people.
definitely does not like
Yeah.
old people.
And we have the windmill on our logo.
Mhm.
So
That's
it's
the
just
Shenandoah windmill. It's been there for generations. Anyway,
no. I asked him to put in a rural landscape on one side and then the skyline of Indianapolis
on
on
the
the
other.
other. And that was that was the graphic he chose for a rural
And you
skyline.
just rolled your eyes. And
I was
said,
like,
well,
that's just perfect.
it's just meant to be.
Yeah.
Meant to be. All right. So we've been. Do we even know how to do this anymore? We've been on
I don't think so.
vacation. We've
We were
been
on
hiding.
spring break.
We took a hiatus for the first time, and I don't even know how long. Seriously, we have not taken time
2
off
years.
the show in
Uh,
in a couple of years. We've always put one in the can and released it while we were gone, but I
Yeah.
don't think we've actually just, not done a show.
Listen, I figured that Chris Spangle can go like 4 weeks without doing a show, and he still retains people. I thought we were fine. Lo and behold, we take 1 week off and we we lose somebody.
Now we do have, if you guys remember from episode, I want to say it was 106 with Betsy Mills, or was it 105?
yeah, it was 106. 106 was Betsy.
Betsy was on the program, and she said she was going to get us the live on air sign. And if you look on the live stream shot, what do we got? A beautiful live on air sign,
It is. It's very nice.
and it's functional because we're live on the air to you guys. So it's blue and white and red all over.
I reached out to a custom neon sign manufacturer, and uploaded a PNG, which is a vector file of our logo.
I can only imagine how many thousands.
I wanted
this is
it.
gonna
I
be.
wanted it 22 inches by 18 inches because the,
wider. Yeah.
yeah, and
I'm gonna
Uh,
guess
d-
$1,200.
no, it wasn't that much.
Really?
It really wasn't.
Was it going to be 2 color or 3?
It was gonna be 3 color.
Yeah.
and it was
Black, white, and yellow.
$850.
That's really not too bad, really.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was
Go
outrageous.
for it. Nah.
I mean, they're handmade.
Yeah.
I yelled at the guy.
They're
Yeah,
glass.
Don't you respect the craft?
I
There's
just
a
said sorry. I
craftsmanship
don't.
there.
I don't think
Yeah.
this is for us right now.
Well, the one we have looks very good. It looks very good.
Very grateful to
So-
Betsy, even though she won't hear this.
Well, that's the thing is when she was here, she said she was going to join. So I think she just gently needs reminded, hey, Betsy, we can't add you to the group till you join the club.
That's right.
So once she does that, we're all set. All right. So you went on vacation. I went
I
on
did.
vacation.
Went on
and,
a cruise.
And Cade, who's not here.
He was going to be here.
He was supposed to be here. He's in the notes, but Cade is going to be out in the fields planting, I guess.
Cade will be here next week, though.
That's the promise.
For now.
He sure as hell better. We're gonna fire him like Chase. So Cade installed a dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Georgia with the family.
Yep.
Toured Coke, and you went to the Bahamas with the family.
Yes.
Basically, your entire family, everybody that you love in your family,
The entire family?
except for the Patreon member in the family, went
Yeah, that's true.
went on a cruise. So what the hell happened? How'd this go down?
You know, she's in college. It wasn't her spring break. She was down there 2 weeks prior. I think her and a friend went down and visited my grandma a couple weeks prior to whenever we went. So she just missed out. You know,
Welcome to life.
the cruise that we picked out was on sale on Black Friday. It was super cheap, and they didn't have that date available. So you know what, Bailey? See you on the flip side. See you when we get back.
Did you make your grandma stand in line at Walmart to get you a cruise on Black Friday?
No, it was on the website. It was a great deal. I'm blown away by how cheap that vacation was.
They are fun, man. Hopefully we can make one work next year. So where'd you go? You went to the Caribbean, or the
Yeah.
the Bahamian Almonds?
So whenever I was 16, I went to Nassau with a big group of people. My parents took friends, and my grandparents took friends, and Trevor, who was the best man at my wedding, he was there. My sister and his sisters, huge group. We went to Nassau. So this time we went to Nassau again, and then the second stop was Coco Cay, which is Rhode Island that they have, and we got to Nassau, and it was kind of like overcast.
I've heard
And-
terrible things about Nassau. I don't know if
Listen.
people just like to bitch about it. I don't know, but maybe it's
It's-
just not
okay.
like the rest of the Caribbean.
I went to Atlantis. We went to Atlantis and we saw the beach. To take a tour just of the hotel, to just go through the hotel, walk through the hotel, $160 a person. Yeah. So the last time we were there, we went and we saw it. We were like, this is a cool place, but it's too expensive. So we just walked around. The bottom line is that Nassau, it's a third world country. It really is, and it's like if you went, you're staying on a resort in Mexico or something, and they have the concrete walls all around, and you go outside the resort. That's what Nassau is. It's a shithole country.
Mark, for the right price, would you visit a shithole country?
For the right price?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was cheap enough.
Oh,
If the
yeah.
vacation's right. I mean,
So
$39.99, you're going to Nassau.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did for about
It was
$30,000.
overcast. It was overcast there, so I just told Audrey, I was like, you know what? I don't really care to get off the boat because everyone's going to be getting off the boat. This is the time to go to the casino, to hang out in a couple of the bars that they have because no one's there. So that's what we did that
So you
day.
just went back on the port? You never even got off the ship?
No, never even got off the ship.
Yeah.
But then we went to Coco Cay, the private island. Fantastic. It was amazing.
Did your ship have a wave runner on it or whatever?
A wave runner.
The flow rider?
I don't think so. I don't know what that means.
Like a boogie board. You get on it and you surf on the ship.
Oh, no. Didn't have one of those. Had a rock climbing wall and basketball courts and a indoor swimming pool, a sauna, bunch of hot tubs, and an outdoor swimming pool.
Did you get naked with some Russian dudes?
It's a dry sauna. It wasn't even a wet sauna. But good for sweating out the demons in your blood after drinking all night. But anyway, Coco Cay was awesome.
Mark is very puzzled.
Coco Cay was sweet. It really was. It was about 80 degrees and not a cloud in the sky whenever we went there.
Just like here
yeah,
today.
just like here today. And it was absolutely amazing. The water, there weren't waves. There were not waves in the ocean. It was calm. Never seen a beach like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so was it, did you have the drink package? Or were
Oh,
you,
yeah.
You were
Yeah, we had
okay.
the drink package.
Did the Coco Cay beach include
Yes.
your drinks?
Yes.
So you were good. It was just like
yeah,
being on the
good
ship.
the whole time. And the lunch that was at Coco Cay was included as well.
Not bad.
Yeah. And the weird thing about the beach at Coco Cay was we started looking at it, the water's crystal clear, right? And we start seeing people and they're way out there, like tiny specks in the ocean, and they're standing. I was like, holy crap. And Audrey and I walked probably 150, 200 yards out into the ocean.
Just a low bay.
Yeah, and it was like knee level all the way out. It was sweet.
Have you ever, so when we went for our honeymoon, we were in Honduras, and they took, maybe it was Cozumel. We were kayak, or we were snorkeling, and you were just kind of off the coast of whatever island you were on.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, it's 20 feet down, 20 feet down, 30 feet down. And all of a sudden, it's just the abyss.
Yeah.
It's just drops
Yeah, that's how
off.
it is in Hawaii. It's like there's just a weird cliff.
Unbelievable.
It's an actual
Yeah.
cliff.
You just look at it, and you're just like, oh, it's gone.
You know that scene in SpongeBob where he goes down to rock bottom?
Yes.
Someone's gonna know what I'm talking about.
I
but
do.
that's exactly what it is.
Where it's all dark and the bus is the only one.
But I felt bad for all the people that rented snorkeling gear because I'm like, you can't snorkel here. There's what are you gonna do? Lay
Look at
down,
sand?
lay down, and your man boobs are dragging on the sand.
They're all scratched up.
But I have one funny story from Coco Cay, and it's we were sitting on the beach. We rented a beach bungalow, right? So it's got a little shade thing and 2 beach lounge chairs in a private secluded area. So we rented those, and it's basically jungle. They are still building on this island, and I walked to the bar. As I'm walking to the bar, a giant iguana just walks out of the jungle right in front of me. So that was cool. And then we're sitting in, after I got the drinks, I go back to the chairs. We're sitting there, and all of a sudden we see a bunch of chickens in trees, chickens and roosters. And Audrey's like, holy crap, there's roosters. And me having the random thoughts and random knowledge in my head that comes in handy sometimes, I was like, yeah, actually, you know what? Whenever pirates roamed the seas and the East India Trading Company was around, the people on the ships would take and they would drop livestock off on these random islands so that whenever they got there, they would be able to harvest than for food.
There are islands down there with pigs on them still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, New Zealand has a horrible pig problem. There's no limit. In fact, the prime minister in New Zealand said that if we eradicated all the pigs in our country, it would not be a problem. And I told Audrey, like, and she's like, "Oh, those are pirate chickens then," like making jokes. And I said, "Make sure that whenever you go back to work, you tell everybody that you saw some pirate cocks."
Mark didn't laugh hard enough. Mark,
God, Mark.
bye.
I was waiting for something. There was a hell of a build up there.
It
And
was.
I feel like it kind of dropped off. A bit
I
just
did.
now.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
right under the abyss.
Sorry.
Yeah, it is true though.
Rock
If you go to Miami or you go to the Grand Cayman or any of those, those island nations down there, yonder, chickens everywhere.
Yep.
All right, I went to Atlanta. Not nearly as exciting. Took a road trip with
What-
my wife and my mother-in-law,
What is the world of Coke?
and we went to the tourist trap known as the World of Coke.
It's a tourist trap, eh?
It's a museum. Have you been, Mark? You ever
No.
been to Atlanta, Georgia?
Well, the airport.
Yeah. Change planes. Change planes once on the way to Coke. Okay. We went down there, and they live. If you picture Indianapolis, Atlanta has 12 times the traffic, and the family lives in the Fishers, Pendleton, probably more like the Pendleton area. If you picture Indianapolis, or if you can use the Google machine and find downtown Indianapolis, Indiana, that's where the World of Coke is, and say Pendleton is where these folks live. So we got to experience real legitimate Atlanta traffic going down and around. And they have, I think I talked about this last time we were on the show, but they have variable tolling depending upon what time you get there or whatever, and how busy the roads are. They have an express lane that you can use if you want to pay the toll. So if you're driving through and it's
You got to pay the troll toll.
and it's a Saturday at 3:30 in the afternoon, nobody cares to be on the road, no big deal. It's like 4 cents to use the toll lane. We're coming back from the World of Coke, and I'll tell you about the World of Coke, but we're coming back from the World of Coke at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, leaving the city. Basically, Indianapolis to Pendleton on I-69, they want $15.50 to travel
What?
Oh
one
my
way.
God.
And it tells you on the little thing, hey, if you want to exit at Swanee, that was our exit, Atlanta to Swanee, use that lane, $15.50.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
And there were people in it. I'm like, who drives this every day?
I figured it would be the opposite. Whenever there's the most traffic, they would take the prices down a little bit because they got more revenue coming from more people. But they would want to jump up on the prices whenever there's not a lot of people.
So if you did $15.50 in and out of work each day, say average 21 work days a week or 21 work days a month, $650.
Holy crap.
But a pass is probably, still probably expensive.
I mean, that was with the pass. That
That's
was
with the
that
pass.
was the you have to have the Peach Pass to do it. I had a pass for the roads up here, which work in 16 states. Doesn't work with the Peach Pass. Atlanta, the Georgia people, not integrating with us.
The
But
hell with them.
yeah, the hell with that.
That's what I say.
So we did go to the World of Coke, and that was like you stood in line, basically. You got there.
It's like Disneyland.
It was Disneyland for Coca-Cola. You get there, and it's, hey, it'll be $17 per person. And I want to see the look on Mark's face, because I know this is going to upset him in many ways. $17 a person. You're in Atlanta. The Florida Aquarium is, well, that's in Tampa. The Georgia Aquarium is in Atlanta. And there are like 3 or 4 museums that have like a shared common park inside of them, like at the center, and then there are buildings outside of it. So we go, we park, we pay the $10 to park at the museum complex, and it is $17 a person to get in, and you get in a security line, and that takes 25 minutes or so, and you take your phone out of your pocket, and you get in line to go to a theater so that you can watch a 7-minute long Coca-Cola commercial. Going to make you cry a little.
You're paying to watch this.
You pay to get in. And they did give you a free 8-ounce bottle of Coke, Coke Zero, Sprite, or Diet Coke. So you did get that
Oh, nice.
for your wait. So you wait about 10 minutes, well, probably 8 minutes, to watch the 8-minute video. And then at the end of the video, the screen disappears, and you get into a lobby. And you're allowed to go look at any one of about 5 different exhibits that are there. You get to see how they bottle the Coca-Cola. You get to see old Coca-Cola advertisements. You get to sit down in another theater and watch another one, a 4D video. or you can stand in. They all have lines. None of these are just like, hey, walk in and do this.
This is owned by Coke.
This is owned by Coke.
Don't they make enough money off the Coke that they could just let you in the goddamn museum?
Well, maybe this is a story of economics where they're like, well, if these people are willing to do it for $17, can you imagine how long the bad lines would be if it was free?
True.
So maybe that's price controls just for crowd control. Only wealthy people can stand in line to look at Coca-Cola, or stupid people, which is that we're not the wealthy ones, we're the stupid ones. And then you go and you stand in line. You stand in line to go to the vault, and
The vault.
That's where they keep the cocaine.
The
Whoa.
vault is the only place in the world, that has the original handwritten recipe for Coca-Cola.
Gasp.
Nobody else
Allegedly.
has it. Nobody else has it.
Allegedly.
So you go and then it's
Isn't
like,
it written on the can?
yeah, but it's not the recipe.
Oh.
I don't know how many parts of sugar you need for versus the cocaine versus the
Yeah,
yellow
yeah.
5. I don't know.
Gotcha.
So you go and once again it's like you crowd in and they let a certain number of people through, and then you go watch a thing, and then there's an interactive video thing, and you're playing a video. You're basically it's an Xbox Kinect that you're playing with.
Oh, is
to
it like
advance.
at the Museum of?
Yeah, it's exactly the
Okay,
same thing.
yeah.
Like they have the Museum
Yeah.
of Science and Industry, right? When we went to Chicago in January. So you go, and then you're like, okay, I'm done with this. I want to get out. Nope, can't get out because it's another damn theater. So you've got to go, and you're waiting to get in line for this theater, and it's a theater in the round, and it's going to play on all the sides. And they give you this nice drowning experience where you're surrounded on all sides, and the Coke just fills up and up and up and up, and the bubbles come up, and then they make you feel good about yourself. And then they're like, and now you get to see the vault where we have the Coca-Cola thing.
And then
And then the
And then-
screen's open, and you look at the stupid ass vault that you can't get in, you can't touch, you can just see a vault.
is Eric Clapton playing in the background?
Layla. What song?
Cocaine.
So do you see the recipe, or
No,
you just know it's
see a vault. You see a.
That's it.
You get the same damn thing if you go.
Well,
to
there's nothing in there.
If you
When
go
you
to
go-
West End Bank in Richmond, or
You
the
see-
Citizen State
The
Bank in
safety
Newcastle.
deposit box.
Yeah, yeah. So
You think
it's,
they
They
at
don't
least
even have
have
the
it
door open
And
with
then-
plexiglass. They're
and-
just.
and no, you can't see
They-
in. It's locked.
I hate
There's
to
a-
break
there's
it
a
to you,
keypad.
Jared. There's no recipe. That's just
So that's what I'm saying.
a door
everybody's
mounted
like,
on
you're
the
going to
wall.
Atlanta, you have to go see the World of Coke. You're going to Atlanta, you have to see the World of Coke. Okay, I'll go do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Sucker.
it's a good way to use a Friday. So we go, and then that was that. So the gate opens, and you walk out, and then you're like, okay, I'm not standing in another line. So we skipped the 40, confession time. We skipped the 40 movie. It was probably great, and it was worth the $17. Don't know. It said it was a 12-minute queue every time we walked by. I'm like, I'm not standing in line for 12 minutes to go watch a 3-minute commercial. I ain't doing it. Not going to be prudent. So then you go to the tasting room. That's the
Ooh.
now this is
There
where
we
they
go.
have Coca-Cola from around the world
Oh, this is
and
neat.
other Coca-Cola products.
And you were like, "Ah, we're sugar free.
So
Can't
I'm
drink
like,
this.
well, okay, maybe we'll break a rule or two, just because. Sarah, of course, being the proud, steadfast person that she is, was like, I'm just going to drink the Diet Cokes. Well, that didn't last very long. So you get the little 4-ounce tumbler,
Well,
and
that
it's
did last.
you get the 4-ounce tumbler, and it's like there are probably 6 stations.
Is it a Yeti
It's-
tumbler?
No, it's a little cup. It's just
a
a
little
little
miniature?
It's a throwaway plastic cup. I'm making it sound nice. It's just
Like a urine sample.
yeah,
It's a Dixie
yeah.
cup.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
for
a clear-
mouthwash.
It's a clear Dixie cup to piss in or to put your Coke in.
Mhm.
Or any other Coke product. And they have it sorted by continent or region. So there's South America, there's Africa, there's
Like
Europe.
fountains?
And it's fountain sodas,
Gotcha.
fountain drinks.
Do they have a section that says shithole countries?
So here's the thing. The tasting room felt like a shithole country, Dakota,
Yeah.
because it was pure chaos. There was no staff. It was like every McDonald's you've ever been in times 20 different Coke things. And there are children and families just standing in front of it
Oh,
like,
God.
I don't know which one I want. And then they stand there and they sample it. And then they want to go pour it out and grab the next one next to it. They don't just take it and move along and do their sampling.
Sounds a lot
There's
like
too
orange
many
leaf.
people. There's too many people. So I did try a couple. There's one that everybody, after we were done, everybody's like, did you try the Beverly? Beverly. Did you try the Beverly? Did you try the Beverly? And I'm like, what is the thing with this
Well,
Beverly
who's
thing? I did
Beverly?
try it.
Beverly.
And Sarah's cousin said the best she can describe it, or has ever heard it described, is it's canned earwax.
What?
It has.
The-
It's some sort of a grapefruit variety, and it used to be offered in Europe at one point, and now it is. Now they only make it for the World of Coke and someplace in Vegas.
That's disgusting.
But it was a thing. I tried it.
Did it taste like earwax?
I wouldn't. I don't drink a lot of earwax, so I don't know for certain.
If you were to drink earwax,
But if I would say that now that somebody has told me that, I would say, well, if I drink earwax, it tastes a lot like Beverly. So I don't know if you're Googling this or not, Mark.
So
but
how
the
many-
Beverly soft drink?
I
think they said there were 200 and some varieties of.
How many
product.
did you try?
Oh, I probably tried 4 or 5 in there. I got very frustrated very quickly with the people. I'm an impatient son of a bitch. But then they did have the Coke freestyle machines in another portion of it. So then I was like, all right, well, they had different flavorants, and I had a bunch of Coke Zero, which I normally drink,
Peach
And-
Mellow Yellow is
and put some things in.
where it's at with those.
And then, of course, you exit through the gift shop. And
Did
and then
you get anything at the gift shop?
no, I almost
You
did.
were done with this by this
I was
point.
very much done with it, and I was like, let's get out of here before it's 5:30 in Atlanta, and we're trying to beat the traffic. But it was an adventure, and I don't have to do it again. We're good.
second degree fun.
The gift shop had so many people in line to buy their stupid gifts. I'm like, there's that still.
They
the
paid
deal.
all this money to get in.
Yeah.
People get really obsessed about Coke.
It was
Yeah.
legitimate.
Wow.
So that's
Souvenirs.
that. I feel like we've gone way long in the free Patreon section, but it's all pent up, and you wanted to hear the personal stuff. So we will.
Hold on. You all go on these lovely vacations.
Oh God, here we go.
Look.
I'd rather he does it on the
Bahamas.
cheap side than complain out in public. Did you enjoy your 4-day siesta at my house, sir?
I didn't have a siesta at your house. What I did was I'd go in the morning, feed the doggies, which I loved. Garth actually attacked me once, but it's all right.
Did he bite you?
No, he just pawed me
Yeah.
from jumping up. But yes, so you guys go on these lovely vacations, and I'm stuck at work.
Did
You could take a
And-
vacation too.
And you guys are making me miss opening day.
I offered
At
to
the
go
end.
on a mandate with you tomorrow?
I know. We're
Yeah,
going.
but he paid for it.
exactly.
That's actually not true. He didn't pay for it.
Actually, I didn't.
Yeah.
I paid for myself, and then my
They're-
coworker paid for the other
They're
ticket. but
gifted. So anyway, I do
You can
appreciate
keep that
that
if you
very
want.
much.
You're welcome.
You're an excellent man, and
Yes, I am.
we appreciate your services. I did tell Sarah one morning. I said, Guffey really has a terrible job here because he has to get up probably an hour earlier than normally does, drive 15 minutes to our house, go feed the dogs, let the dog out, play with the dog, and then go to work. And it's another 10 minutes further away from work coming to our house.
Oh,
So-
it's lovely. It doesn't bother me.
We
So-
noted how shitty that was, and we appreciate it very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
So now when you take care of someone's house, do you, and I mean, hey, let's face it, we all do. Do you take like a certain part of your body and just touch just something in the house, the handle of the refrigerator?
He'll never know.
Just
the
a little
way-
something we all do, all right?
That's the best way to keep it because
All right. That's
hey,
that's enough of this. We're gonna come back on the other side.